This rhythm section back here seems pretty obvious in sim to me that you go 3 and then 4 into this corner. I thought I could check up a little bit and still get that 4, but I guess you do need to give it a little bit more of the berries. Welcome back to Start Your Systems, everyone, where today we are in MX Simulator. We're taking our first look at the 2025 Tampa Supercross. That is right, round 1 of the East, round 5 of Monster Energy Supercross, round 5 of Moto Option Supercross and MX Sim. All taking place here at Tampa this weekend. And for those of you that are looking for the track download, you might be here a little bit early. The track comes out in a few hours. But if you're watching it any more than like 3 hours after this video comes out, head down to the description below. There's a track link down there. You guys can check it out for yourself. But yes, we are in a football stadium, East Coast dirt. It's going to break down a little bit this weekend. And the RF track crew has made us a very peaky Tampa Supercross by the looks of it. These jumps are tall. They look challenging. We got our 9 set of whoops right here. Let's see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Oh my gosh, there's 10 whoops actually. And then we got our sand rhythm section as well. So we got all kinds of stuff going on this Tampa track. And we're going to break it down a little bit. This is my full first look at it as well. I have not even played a single lap on the track. So everything you're seeing me do is basically the same thing I'm looking at for the first time, trying to figure this out myself. We got a sand section after the finish line. We got a right-handed start as well. Going to be interesting to see if they build it like this. So if you go inside, you go 2-2. If you go outside, you can probably 3-1 as well. Out of turn 2, we definitely have a 3-in option for the sim boys. That one might be a little bit peaky depending on how they build it IRL. And then we got an option I always kind of like, which is single table, because it presents a few different ways to get through that rhythm section. I'll try to hit as many of them as I can. I think this is the lone Supercross triple on the track. And then this rhythm section back here seems pretty obvious in sim to me that you go 3 and then 4 into this corner. I thought I could check up a little bit and still get that 4, but I guess you do need to give it a little bit more of the berries. Out of this left-hand 90 though, we do have a 3, 4, 5, 4, 3 section is what I like to call it, where 3-footer, 4-footer, 5-footer, and then back down the other way. So it's kind of like a big dragon's back that you can do, either in a 2-3 option or 3-2 option. And then the whoops look pretty tall this week. We're back to tricky whoops in Moto Option Supercross, and I'm curious to see how those shape up IRL. I bet that you can triple in right there and then pretty much like 2 jump the sand or 3 jump the sand, and then a 3-5-3 coming out before the finish line jump right here. So just trying to figure it out. It's obviously a bit technical. This track this week, it seems like everything's peakier than I remember it being this year in Moto Option Supercross so far. So let's try a couple things. Let's go outside-ish here. Didn't get a run that was clean, but outside-ish there. We'll try to get that triple. And then, like I said, pretty obvious that tripling in here is going to be the way to go in sim. So you can just 2-jump this rhythm section and pirouette into the berm. I would bet that most of these guys are going to go over this table quad. I mean, I guess maybe quad table over single, but it's probably pretty hard to do that out of a 90. So maybe some guys will tuck inside, just go on-off table over single. And then, like I said, this is going to be that 3-in 4 option. Yeah, definitely a big 4. I was kind of surprised to see that. I thought they would have, that transition would have allowed for me to carry a little bit more, kind of just float into the corner, not have to seat bounce it. So then here's the whoops, which I guess if you get up on top of them, they're not that bad this week. And then can we triple in right here? Oh yeah, definitely can triple in. Triple again, maybe 4-1 into the corner, something like that. So pretty interesting track. It feels small. Lap times, I don't have my HUD on, but I'm assuming lap times will be in the high 40s would be my guess. Maybe low 50s. Let's try to swing out here though. How far out do you got to go to get this? Probably not that far. Yeah, maybe mid-corner to get the triple in. And then what about the double in option here? Double 3-1. Yeah, definitely viable, but like I said, this is probably over this quad. Yep. That'll be the 450 line. Some 250 guys might be able to get that if you can get over the table cleanly. That triple feels tiny, man. Jesus. And then 3-in. Not going to get the 4 there. Wonder they put a pole here. Be kind of cool if you could jump around this corner and then, I don't know, maybe I guess jump to here and then jump into the whoops. And then some guys might jump the whoops this week, potentially. Whoops are fun, though. And then try to 3 in there. Otherwise, just a sand section. Layout-wise, this is a little bit unique compared to what we normally see out of a football stadium, because we've only got 3 lanes right here, and then this thing swings out onto the start straight, which looks like it kind of ends the lanes, but then we have a shortened lane going backwards, and then I don't know, like I don't think I've ever seen this exact layout before, which is kind of cool because in football stadiums we get so monotonous and repetitive with the layouts. So just to have a little bit of a change up is kind of unique, I feel like. This is definitely fun if you can get over that cleanly. Ooh, a little bit short, we're good. Swivel out of that guy. Nice Supercross triple here, laying it over. What about the other options here? 2, 3, 2. Definitely going to be a 250 line. And then can you triple in here? Oh yeah, definitely. So then can you launch to that whoop right there? And then 3, 3. Yeah, they didn't build these very jumpily. I don't know if that's a word, but tough to jump into them, to be honest. I don't think that there's any rhyme or reason why you'd want to. So it almost makes you think if you quad, you try to go to the inside and just double triple. But that triple, I guess, is pretty peaky. So you maybe want to try to get over that 5-footer if you can. Pretty easy to get that 3 out of the corner right there. Finish line jump. I don't know what's going to be better here. I really don't. I like this inside roller because it leads into some good ruts. But that outside, if they can kind of build up a little bit of a lip with the road tearing down during the race tonight, that will be a good line too. And if you're watching us for the first time, you don't know what I'm talking about with Moto Option Supercross. MX Simulator Pro Racing happens on Wednesdays before the real races. And so tonight, round 5 from Tampa will commence. It's live on Start Your Systems TV on YouTube and Twitch. So we'll include some links down in the description below for you guys to check it out. 6:15 p.m. Pacific, 9:15 p.m. Eastern, the Pro Race. Round 1 of East, round 5 of the 450 boys in Moto Option Supercross coming up tonight. So tune in for that. We've had a great season so far. Andrew Wood back in the booth with me tonight to call the action for the first round of East. And yeah, this track will be interesting for sure to see what lines end up being the good lines between 250s and 450s, what lines will be the ones the guys will want to take as well. Because I feel like I play this track and I always think like, well, what's the biggest line you can do? What quad or 5 or something gnarly like that is possible? And then we watch the races and guys are tucking inside places to double into something. Or for this one, for example, they're not even swinging outside to get that triple. They might just go inside double because it's safe. I feel like this is pretty obvious, the 3-3, but again, like there's just so many ways you could do something different. You can step onto this table, step off, and then you're on the ground pretty much the whole way. A little bit, more speed and momentum carried instead of going over the table and that big quad into the corner. And then, I don't know, maybe even guys will triple in right here and think like, I don't need to quad. I'll just tuck to the inside right here to, not swing all the way out to the berm. I can still double in. I can still triple. And I carry some good speed into the whoops, get up on top of these bad boys, and yard sail into the sand, looking like Deegan at San Diego earlier this year. So yeah, the lines always seem to change just a little bit, and obviously the road system kind of wearing the track down, things will change up a little bit. Seems like for the most part, this rhythm section for the 250 guys will be coming out of here, doubling in 2, 3, 3, 2, whatever kind of options through here. Just enough, like you almost kind of treat it like a real roller sand section at a national track where you just kind of send it in there and whatever works. Like you don't overthink it. If you start trying to do some sort of special rhythm through there just to save a little bit of time, you'll probably end up crunching something pretty good and losing a lot of momentum and time. So kind of just go in there and, find a way through, really. Don't overthink it would be my advice for any of you players out there. Trying to think if there's anything else I could talk about with this track. Not really much going on here. It's pretty standard in a lot of the rhythm sections. Fun rhythm sections, don't get me wrong, but we don't have a very long rhythm section of any kind. Like even this one, you 2 jump. So, in and out. The rhythm section right here, into the whoops, you 2 jump, 3 in, 2 into the whoops. So, it's not like anything big or crazy there. The sand rhythm section's maybe the only thing that you don't 2 jump, because you can 2 jump everything else. The sand rhythm section, you could 3 jump pretty easily. 3 or 2, 3, 3, or 3 in, or whatever. And this one, just standard 3-5-3, pretty simple. But then out of turn 1, like I said, it's a 2-2 or a 3-1, or I don't know, could we swing outside and get a burly quad? Unlikely, but I guess if someone really wants to be frisky, you could. I kind of almost wish, in a way, then, that they put a little tiny lip on the way outside out here. So as you come out here, you can like maybe bounce off a little curb right here and build up some speed to then quad. Yeah, no, I don't think that's going to happen tonight. Someone's got to have a gnarly seat bounce suspension to be able to do that. But then, yeah, like I said, 2-jump everything else. So we don't have a long rhythm section this week. We got ourselves out of this corner, 3 in, 3 out, 2-jump it. And then right after that, again, over table, quad. So 2-jump that rhythm section as well. Every rhythm section is a 2-jumper, except the sand. But yeah, fun track, interesting layout, interesting design, and should make some good racing for us tonight here in Moto Options Supercross. Excited to call the action. Hopefully you guys will join us. If you don't, then watch the playback or just watch this to get you revved up for round 5 of Monster Energy Supercross this coming weekend. Thanks for tuning in to our first look here at round 5 from Tampa. Hope you guys enjoyed, and we'll see you guys in the next one. So long for now.